Neutrality is key when it comes to divorce. It comes when real estate. Neutrality is key. Lack of trust. But who's the best one to talk about when I talk about neutrality? One of the top mediators in Southern California. Barney, what have you seen with neutrality and how it can go wrong in mediation?
Yeah, so in mediation, we have one professional working with both sides, with both spouses. And both spouses need to maintain confidence in the mediator for the process to work, right? For them to have trust in the information that they're being provided, to have trust that they're both being treated fairly through the process. I want to move to real estate and real estate issues in divorce, where I have seen problems with both sides not buying into the neutrality of the realtor who's been hired. Sometimes in litigated divorces, sometimes one spouse will be the one who initiates contact with that realtor. The other spouse, because of their this conflict of interest, what's good for one may not necessarily be what's good for the other spouse is questioning. And so if there's not buy-in to the professional who's handling the sale of sometimes the biggest asset of this couple, problems arise, delays happen, there's not cooperation, and then we're stuck in a position where a professional is on the case who doesn't have the trust of one of the spouses. So my question to you is, how do you navigate, how do you maintain both spouses in a divorce situation, maintaining trust in your work, that you're working there for both of them?
I think you said so many things, right? The buy-in, the trust, right? Like you said, when people are buying a house or selling a house, besides divorce, they're buying it together or they're selling together off to their next stage in life. When they're selling a house in divorce, they're each going their separate ways. And so now the decision-making process is like, okay, you picked him, but I didn't really want him. Okay, I'll deal with him because I want to get this house sold, right? And so that loss of trust in that person. So you have to first have buy-in into who's selling the property, just like the mediator. Then when the decisions are happening and when the dialogue is happening between the realtor, make sure both individuals are on board, especially in disclosures, where you could have one person saying, okay, this is what happened with the property, the other person saying, this is what happened with the property, and they're not buying into what each other says because they're trying to fight each other even on disclosures, fight each other on offers. So buying into the realtor that they're working on your behalf to get to the resolution that you want to get to. Buy-in, trust, everything for divorce and real estate.